I definitely thought I said more than that, but oh, I hit the wrong button. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New England Street Talk No Chaser. I'm your host, Tori Slaughter, and look who we have here. Returning to No Chaser, we have
Bry-guy.
Hey.
Finally, I'm back from the wicked north, as I like to call it now.
Oh man, I thought for a second you was gonna say it.
Can you say it for me?
Bry-guy's back from No Niggerville.
Oh my God.
Pittsburgh, New Hampshire.
There's already snow up there.
Jesus, really?
Dude, I went up there one day. It was raining all day on Monday. I went to bed.
That's terrible.
I went to bed at 8 o'clock. Woke up at 4:30 in the morning. There was 2 inches of snow.
Yo, no way.
Went to bed Tuesday night. Woke up Wednesday. It's 4 inches of snow.
That's snow just chilling. That's
Literally.
Nah, man,
It was 4 degrees.
I can't even fathom snow this time of year right now.
Oh, it was brutal. I'm so glad to be home.
Could you imagine how bad somewhere else has to be when you're glad to be in Manchester, New Hampshire?
I say that every day, dude.
We just talk about that. Like, how bad is it?
Like, for real, bro. Like, there's no cell service. There's no internet. There's no restaurants. There's no anything. There's fucking sticks. Saw a moose. Saw a couple deer, a bear, a bunch of coyotes. But, like, that ain't it, dude. That is all you got out there. Some stars. Like, the highlight of your night is when you go
I will
outside
say,
and look up
bro,
at the
being
fucking
able to
stars.
see stars is dope because you don't see stars like that, you know, where I'm from. You see Southwest Airlines, United. That's about it. Planes, yeah, that's about all you see is a plane here and there.
I'll tell you what it is. You know what's it's kind of cool. The cool thing about up there is like when you breathe though, like it's air. Like, you know, like people like you can literally feel the difference in your body.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Pure oxygen versus whatever the fuck we breathe in right now.
Like it is kind of that is like a real thing, man. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like,
So what we breathing right now is but what they got is air. Shout out to Glorilla.
So what I did catch today though is I saw Vibes. I saw Versace's video. Him turning
he is
after
converting.
10:30. It's 10:30, right?
Yep, after 10:30.
After 10:30, he's converting to
a nightclub. Yes. Shout out to Vibes Restaurant on that new addition. I'm really super excited for that. I am.
Like the DJ being way up high like that, looking down
that area.
The high ceilings in there. So like, dude, it's
the
gonna
food's
be
already. You know what I mean? Top tier.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be dope.
I'm excited for that.
Me too.
Excited for that. There be some thick women up in there.
I haven't been, dude. So like, I don't know.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
No, I don't know anything about any of that shit.
There's some thick women in there. So now they get to dance now too. After drinking 2, 3, 4 margarita towers.
What about the Ferris wheel of shots?
Oh yeah, the Ferris wheel. I mean, it's a good aesthetic. I would say that.
It's a good aesthetic. He says
like.
Margarita towers.
What you get? Whenever you see a bunch of colorful shots, like what can you expect, right?
Nah, you right.
You know what is it?
You're right.
Kamikaze shot.
Yeah, what is it? Like kamikaze, green tea, white tea.
Who knows?
Like,
Who knows?
Just basic.
It's probably Bowman's vodka.
Well, they're all
right. Food coloring. They wasn't even. But it's an amazing aesthetic. I would say that I had to do it once.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And like I said, the food that every time that I've got there has been phenomenal. So, like, I can only imagine what it's going to be like when he can open up and finally get the club part of it going.
That, a gift and a curse, though. Gift and a curse. Because, like, what if I'm still hungry? Like, I'm going to be that dude standing up.
Yo,
in the
Versace,
corner.
you better be making them to go plates. You're going to see everybody ordering food at 10 right before you close, and they're going to ask you to hold it in the back in a warmer. When they leave, they're going to pick up their to-go order.
Oh, man. Nah, but I'm excited, man. Versace always has some good parties. Them boys can drink, too. He could drink.
Who, Versace?
Yeah.
Really? I never partied with him like that.
Oh man,
You've been down there a
it's
couple
a whole
times.
lot
for
of Don
brunch.
Julio and Neho, man. I'm telling you, right? just say goodbye to your whole stock of Don Julio. If Versace pull up and he partying. It just if you didn't go to the liquor store that day, you're gonna lose him. You remember? Yes.
Wait, what?
I was with you. We had to go to the liquor store, and I picked up those two cases of Don Julio.
Yes.
All Versace.
That was all Versace?
All Versace.
Oh, man, yo, savage.
And we still didn't have enough.
No, right, yeah, that was 2 cases.
That was the day party.
That was the day party, yep. Wow.
Went nuts, man.
That's
Shout
right.
out.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I
That's
was
right.
say,
That's
you were
right.
with
No,
me.
that's right, yeah.
I spent like $1,000 in just Don Julio.
Yep, on a Sunday day party.
During the day at that. Like, that was the crazy part.
Yeah, that was 11 o'clock in the afternoon.
Like I said, them boys could party, man. Nobody could party like that.
Nah, I saw like he says like him reaching out. He's got people from Connecticut, Rhode Island, Mass. Like that's kind of like I feel like that's gonna be really good to expand as far as like clientele wise to bring new people around. So like if like you know what I mean to try to help build. Like I mean I hate to say it, but at some point I think he might outgrow that place.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Like,
no.
To be fair, his food's good.
I wish
his clientele is good, and like he's so humble as a person, and his staff was so like you know what I mean. Like they make you want to go back.
Yep, they're really attentive. Is the word you want to look for. They're
so
attentive.
like I mean I could see him just.
You know where I
outgrowing.
wish Vibes was though. You know what Cesario's is?
Yeah.
On Elm Street.
Oh.
Imagine if that was Vibes.
Oh, right in the downtown, smack dab
man.
center of fucking Manchester on Elm Street.
Amazing. Imagine if Thirsty Moose was Vibes.
Nah, that's too cut up for him.
What?
That wall in the middle, like the big pillar, like he can't move.
Thirsty Moose?
Yeah.
I'm confused. We talking about the same place?
Yeah, the one right on the corner by the park.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all open.
No, I thought like 5 feet in. There's the lolly columns all the way up through the whole thing on the wing wall of the park side. It's like the bar, then seating, and then lolly columns.
Yeah, but they still have that big open space in the
front.
front.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
I
the
was gonna say, yeah. No, that's what I mean. So like that place would be perfect because then you'll still have the
Has a
seating
restaurant
area
on
for
the side,
food,
yeah.
and then you'll have that big dance area, but you still have the setup for a restaurant. in the
Let's
back.
go, Versace. I'm ready for you to outgrow that place already.
I know,
Watch.
man.
I guarantee you, you're gonna kill it.
I'm looking
You're
forward
gonna
to what he
absolutely
does
kill it.
next.
Like
I mean, I guess I got to go through. We might as well go through all the new spots, right? Yeah. So like, what the new nights that are out right now? So you got
well, they're saying the new Blue Aqua place.
the new Blue Aqua. I don't know if they're changing the name. I heard they were changing the name to something
but
else.
they took the conference what was that room? The what do you call it? The hall, like the rental.
Oh yeah.
They took that out and made that part of it now.
Yeah, so that's exciting. I look forward to seeing what they're doing with that. Normally, you see places downsizing, but to see them expanding like that,
Upsizing.
I'm excited to see what they do.
And Blue Aqua also, that guy said that they were changing their menu.
Yep.
They were combining, what was it, mint?
Met sushi.
So they were bringing in some sushi. So in Blue Aqua now you'll have gourmet, just a gourmet dinner. They're gonna do seafood in their other menu and tweak it a little bit.
Yep.
What else is coming in?
Coming in.
Yeah.
Where it's XO. Where XO is going to be a new Spanish restaurant, a Mexican restaurant.
Really?
Yeah,
That close to
XO
Margaritas?
is. Yeah, that close to Margaritas. Yeah. That's believe it or not, it's a lot of Mexican restaurants on that Elm Strip.
There is.
If you really start to pay attention now, because like we're so used to like I'm going to this spot, so you don't really look. And it's a lot of the times like because it's not summer, we're not doing the walk up and down Elm, but it's a lot.
Yeah, you got the one.
I did it once, and I was like, "Wow, look at all these great places to eat!" Like,
Yeah.
you know,
No, there is. Elm's got some pretty nice, like some pretty good nice. We got Good Burger just came in. They're starting to take off.
Good Burger's doing
Their food's
good.
really good.
Good Burger's food's really. I tell people all the time, if you want to describe Good Burger's food, just imagine Five Guys $10 cheaper. That's it.
Right.
100%. That's it.
I can't do Five Guys, man. I'm not into
Five
it.
Guys. I just hate that it's $25 for burgers.
But that's what I'm saying. I can't do it. I
God
can't do.
damn,
I can't do
dog.
McDonald's.
This is good,
either.
but like, damn, dog.
I can't do like McDonald's either, man. I can't.
McDonald's, if it's like 3 o'clock or like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and Domino's is closed, I'll do McDonald's.
What are you talking about? Half the time you get Tory Glam.
This is well. Now they're doing the afties free for females, $20 for men. So you gotta pay $20 to get to Tory Glam now. Right? Like, man, bring back ice money, man. That's some bullshit.
Man, good thing I stay my ass in the house now.
You know what I mean? I was like, man, somebody hit up Ice Money and tell him hurry up and come back home, man. Cause this after shit is getting out of control.
The problem is what he's learned over there for the afties that he be posting, like the
He's having a blast.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You can't do that here.
Yo, when he came back the first time, I was like, I don't know how you did it, dog. You came back here? But now I bet he's like, man, you know, living it up, taking care of his kid, man. That's dope, bro. That's dope.
But like the parties that Ice was like when he was snapping everybody, bro. Picture the mall in New Hampshire parking lot full.
Bro, I always tell people all the time,
like
Ice
full.
is throwing a party. It's Fast and the Furious style.
Literally, that's
every
what I'm saying,
time.
bro.
Fast and the Furious style.
Like, wow.
Except it ain't a lot of people in New Hampshire with nice cars, but it be that many cars. The legendary Hoopty. I missed that Saturn. The legendary. That shit was hoop. That shit was in every fight video.
Literally.
Oh man, we got a Barcode with the billiards tournaments.
On
that's
Tuesdays.
doing great.
Yep, that's doing good.
Oh, that's tonight.
No,
Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday. I thought it was Tuesdays.
Oh no, it's
Wednesdays?
Wednesday.
Okay.
Wednesday.
Wednesdays.
Yeah. Nah, you're doing good on Wednesday. I walked by that one day and I was like, holy shit. This many people playing pool? 2 pool tables now instead of 1?
That's weird too because there's other pool spots that we won't really name that like never really took off.
No, right? Like 17 tables.
Yeah,
I'll name them. I ain't scared of
And
nobody.
it never took off.
Yeah, I'll name them. Well, like for example, technically Angel City is a billiards.
Yep.
At some point on paper it used to be a billiards, but like, I tell people all the time those are destination bars. Like I know I'm going to Angel City, not like I walk by and be like, oh, what's this place? Because it ain't nothing over down that deep on that end.
No, right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, for those guys, for them to have a successful little pool tournament, that's good. That's great.
Yeah. The GOAT can't take off on pool because that's their line dancing area.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Line dancing is crazy.
Yep. It always has been. It's been
Line
like
dancing,
5 or 6
folks.
years.
Line dancing. And what bothers me the most about that is like, yo, like all these black people out here, all of these ethnic, you know what I mean, diverse races out here, and how line dancing take off first. Why we ain't out here shuffling? I'm saying, why we ain't shuffling? You know what I mean? Why I walk in the bar and see everybody doing the wobble no more? Cha-cha slide, electric slide, none of that. Nope. Line dancing. Line
I don't
dancing,
know, bro. I honestly, man, I could never do the cha-cha slide. I could never do any.
Why not? It's super simple.
Just my knees and my hips don't work like that, bro.
What?
Yeah, they just don't.
It's simple steps.
Listen, man, I couldn't even do the Cotton Eye Joe shit back in the day when we were in high
The
school.
Cotton Eye Joe is way more sophisticated than
I'd
the
fall
cha-cha
down.
slide.
I'd fucking fall down.
Actually, the Cotton Eye Joe is like the same. Is it? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yo, a lot of
it's an 8 count.
I hope a lot of people, like, I know it's crazy too. A lot of people sleep on you, bro. This motherfucker beside me can fucking dance, man. I'll give it to him.
Oh yeah.
Give him some fucking, give him like 2, 3, 4 shots. Give him 4 double shots. And you know,
Oh, it's
this
not. I'm doing
motherfucker will do
everything.
the worm. He can do the
doing
worm.
I'm doing a D-Lo shuffle.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I have not seen him do yet is a motherfucking moonwalk.
Let me hear that. Ooh, hey, turn up. That's a wrap. I'm gone. I'm gone. If I got enough drinks in me, that's a wrap. I'll dance my ass off.
Yep. And he can too. Like it ain't you know, he got it.
It depends how drunk I am, though. The drunker I get, the more of an uncle I become. Watch out. You don't know nothing about this.
I got you, nephew.
I got you, young blood. Watch out, young blood. I got you. I got you.
So what's it like? What's it like being back in the nightlife full time, bro?
Man, I hate it. I hate it, bro. I hate it. You want to know why? Not even the nightlife itself. It's just to acknowledge, like, I have to acknowledge just how much older I've become. Because I see the new wave of, like, 21-year-olds coming in and the 21 to 25 era, and I'm just like, dog, I'm old. Like, I can't keep, I'll be honest, I can't keep up. You know what I mean?
It's not so much like keeping up, but what do you think has changed between the generation gap between
They
us
broke.
and them? They broke.
I'll say it right out the rip.
Well,
They broke. Their work ethic is trash. Like, they're absolutely lazy. They want everything handed to them because they had everything handed to them. You got to think our generation and the generation before ours worked so hard to make sure that the next generation that we're looking at right now didn't have to. That, like, they're just coast mode. They're just coasting. And, like, for some reason, New Hampshire finds a way to collect all of these lazy-ass kids from all over to go to SNU and St. A's. And they come out like, oh,
funding,
man. Like, it's absolutely wild, bro. Like the work ethic in that younger generation is non-existent. There's no hustlers. There's no, and like, there's no drive or whatsoever. It's just like, yo, I'm finna get money. I'm gonna have a nice car. I've already found the girlfriend that I'm finna get pregnant next week, and then, like, that's it. And they just accepted that they're gonna live in New Hampshire. Like, there's no, like, I don't rarely ever meet anybody that's like, because you'll meet somebody and be like, yeah, that motherfucker going places. I don't know.
Really?
No, I just see a whole bunch of, like, what the fuck, bro? And then the people that are, like, doing things are so mixed up and mixed in, and people that ain't doing nothing, as that they falling behind and drifting behind and don't even realize it yet. And it's crazy. It's like, you have so much potential to grow and expand, but you're so dedicated to being behind this person or standing next to that person that, like, you stunt your own growth. Like, why would you want to do that? Like, how do you expand and be a better person? Like, behind somebody. Like, the people with you should want you to be elevated and uplifted and continue to go forward. And I don't see none of that. And I'm talking, like, the young doctors, the young lawyers. I meet them. They there. You know what I mean? In the nightlife, I meet them, and I'm just like, wow.
I mean, that's just, don't you feel like that's because every kid deserves a fucking trophy at the end of the day?
The participation trophy era, yeah. No,
maybe I can see it.
We're seeing it. Like, when we're 60, like, God forbid what the world is going to be like with this.
It's hard to believe.
Kids, you know what I mean? Hopefully it transitions by then, because the world always transitions, right? It's hard times, creates hard, you know what I mean, men and women. Yeah. Now, got to make sure I introduce, you know what I mean? And then, you know,
and
men and women create easier times that create weaker men and women. So, like, we're at that era right now where it's just like, when is the hard times are coming, but, like, they not getting stronger. So I'm confused as to what we do.
I was just thinking about how you said that. I remember, like, when we were going out, I'm like this. I'm talking like it's longer than that. I'm gonna say like 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. Remember, you used to always have the kid at the end of the night running around selling roses.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw that?
Bro, well, my man's not posted up in the bathroom selling cologne.
Yeah, right.
But, you know, and it's the greed is another big thing that's, like, in Manchester. It's just like, I need to figure out how to make the most amount of money without paying anybody.
That never gonna. That's
the amount of greed is absolutely astonishing. You know what I mean? And, like, in a world where, like, us workers are asking for more money because our landlords are, it's not because we want more money because I'm just think that I'm worth more. It's like, hey, my bills increase, so should my rates. You know,
that's that,
and it's like,
that's the golden ticket to New Hampshire, man. And we need to figure. I've been saying for months.
It's a trap state.
We need to figure out ways to make it more affordable for new people that live in New Hampshire to stay in New Hampshire.
It's not even that. It's just like, why is New Hampshire built for you to stay here?
Because of mass.
They don't want you to leave.
No, it's because of mass.
You can't afford to leave. You can barely afford to stay in this motherfucker.
That's why
Like,
when you retire,
how do you
move
save
south,
money
you
at
south.
$7.25 an hour?
Well, listen, to be fair, I don't know anybody making $7.25 an hour.
But it's a possibility.
It's a possibility, but it's also a possibility for you to go get 16.
Yeah, but like
McDonald's is $16.50 an hour.
yeah, somewhere around there. 15.
15, 16.
Yeah.
Lowe's, Home Depot, 16, 17 bucks an hour.
But we both know that's not enough.
Oh,
That's not enough for a 1-bedroom apartment.
It's no, it's not. Manchester Gardens is like $3,200 a month without parking.
So it's just like that's without parking.
And that's without heat, cable, all the rest of your
Cable,
bills.
light, none of that.
Everybody's on state assistance.
So it's just like
But what drove what drove the property value up? Post-COVID. But post-COVID came people being able to work from home. Massachusetts people found ways to save money on their taxes and not pay a sales tax, so they moved to our southern states.
yeah.
Well, not southern states, our southern towns. Nashua, Manchester, Concord, and then follow the coast up.
Yep. Yeah, no, you said that right now, yo. He said tax free, but property taxes through the roof. Crazy.
So like people from Mass sold their house. The Massachusetts the $1 million house in Massachusetts was a $400,000 house in New Hampshire right at COVID or a little before COVID. But then it smoked the market. Like you couldn't. There was for 4 or 5 years straight. If you put your house on the market in New Hampshire, it was sold above asking within hours. That should never happen.
Yeah, no, I don't.
When did a starter home? When did a starter home, meaning your first home? When did a starter home consist of a 3,400 square foot, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, with a two stall garage? When did that become a starter home? The starter home was like your 3-bedroom,
Tile house,
1,200, 1,400 square foot home with like a single garage. That's what you started out in.
Yeah, no, it's 100%.
So now these people that are buying houses, they need to make combined income of 200,000. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, what's the? I just don't understand. Like, what's the angle? You know what I mean? And then they have the nerve that we're gonna build another apartment complex, and we're gonna build another apartment complex, and guess what? We're going to build another apartment complex.
And they can't fill the ones that we already have.
And then we're going to build a luxury apartment complex next to a hotel. Okay, but like, who's going to live in these places?
That's the problem. They can't afford to. But you know what they can do? They can get government funding, which therefore that means the state pays for most of it, and then it goes off income-based.
Then what was the purpose? You know what I mean? Did you cycle back and you ask yourself, what was the purpose?
They say housing shortage. We needed it. So they put it in, but then we had like the heroin epidemic, which wiped out a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like there's been a lot of factors into that. We have a lot of immigrants. We have a lot of immigrants now in Manchester. So like they need a place to go. We have, to be fair too though, if you like go up some of these side streets and like I'm not gonna say I feel bad for the people that live in them because I know they pay high rent and stuff. But these fucking landlords, dude, when was the last time they just painted your building?
Slumlords.
You know what I mean? They get away with that shit. Like, fuck that.
Dude,
bro.
at what point
their fucking windows, like, listen, I understand, like, they say, like, well, how can you just get ahead a little bit? I mean, for all you people that live in old homes now, pull your windows and you'll see a huge difference in your gas bill. But what I mean, other than that, though, is, like, they haven't, like, updated shit. Like, just because you paint the inside and put down some fucking floating floor so you put $2,000 into an apartment that you're getting 3, 4, like, I mean, come on.
But they be shells. So it's just like,
yeah, no, you're right.
I redid the outer layer, but like the inner layer is still rotted.
Yeah, that's like I mean, it's just I feel bad for a lot of people because they're stuck there because they can't afford fucking a $12,000 security deposit. Like who has that? That's more than a used car. That's more than most of the cars people drive.
When I was looking for an apartment back in September last year, there were places that were like, "Hey, yeah." You can move in. We just need first, last, security, key fob fee.
Oh yeah,
parking space.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Do you have a pet?
Yeah.
And I was just like, yo.
The questionnaire is worse than a job application.
I'm like, dog, I'm at like $5-6 grand, and then you gonna ask me for it again in 30 days.
Yeah.
Like a 15-month lease. What? When did 15 months become a thing? Like,
Yeah, no, you're right.
15-month lease. 15-month lease. Like, Jesus. Like, you know? And I went to one place on the west side. I went through all emotions or whatever. It's like, all right, cool. All right. I'll call you.
Crickets.
Yeah, right. I seen it. And it's just like, what do you do? I know the answer. I just don't know if I should say it aloud. But then it's like, oh, but you surprised there's drug dealers out here. Like, I don't understand that. Like what were you supposed to do? You know what I mean?
No, I get it. I totally.
What was you supposed to do?
You need a place to live.
You know, and then it's just like,
and there's so many people. So like, and this is what frustrates me the most. And I'm not saying it just because I'm fucking white. Like, don't get that shit twisted. What bothers me the most is that there's people out there that exactly what Tori just said. You're gonna go out there. You need to come up with 12 grand to get your place, but you can't. But so now you're just a single man, no race involved. You go and you apply for like state aid and shit, but you want to have a decent job. You have a decent job, but you still can't afford it. But the problem is because it's wage based. If you make more than $20 an hour, you get denied.
You're done.
So now I see our comment where it says live free mentally, but to raise the wage from $7.25. Listen, nobody ever has to settle for $7.25. One, that's just a base number that they have. That just says that we cannot pay anybody less than $7.25. So nobody's gonna pay you that. If anybody takes a job for $7.25 for an hour, like, you deserve that job. Your educational level is so dog shit that, like,
well,
sorry.
here's the backside of it, right? If they increase the minimum wage federally here, then it gives other people the chance to argue that they deserve to be paid more than minimum wage, like people with experience, people with degrees now, you know what I mean, are getting paid $19, $20 an hour, and then the argument is because the minimum wage is $7.25, we're paying you so much far above the minimum, when in reality the minimum should be at $15 an hour. So these people that are making $20 an hour should be raised up to another echelon. That's why the minimum wage being $7.25 is such a massive issue.
I understand what you're saying, but where that's going to hurt everybody is then that's going to bump your tax bracket up. So you're better off taking a pay cut and leaving the minimum wage where it's at to bring you down to the tax bracket, because you don't want to be in that next tax bracket.
Nah, that tax bracket sucks.
So, like, you know what I mean? So when you start playing that, I understand what you're saying, but when you start upping that, you got to remember, dude, it's not about us getting more money. It's not about us being better for ourselves. It's about how much more they're going to take from us anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, my whole philosophy on how I live my life moving forward for the past 3 years is I already realized that we're fucked. And I already realized that no matter what we do, we're never going to be able to physically get ahead unless we have help. So if we don't have help and all that shit, so now, like I try to be like, all right, I already know I'm fucked, and this is the absolute worst case scenario. So what tools can I put around me to make sure that I know I'm fucked, but at least it's, like, manageable? If that makes sense.
I know what you mean.
So, like, I already know, like,
I got the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
There's nothing I could do about it. I had the short end of the stick. What can I do with it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's, like, just to make sure that it doesn't get shorter.
That's it.
Like, we all know we're coming into December, and we all know that even combined income, whatever, like, we're living for today and we're struggling. We all know, like, there's people out there that have kids with Christmas presents. They got oil, they got heat. Some people have their car registrations. Just, like, these months coming up are, like, the absolute most stressful. But, you know, that's why you'll see people out there Amazoning. Like, go Amazon for a little bit just to help take the blow off a little bit. You know?
See, I hate that, though, because then now we separating families.
I agree with you, but at the end of the day, we're already fucked. So, like, what can we do to make it just a little bit easier? You're already going to be separated when you guys are fighting over who's paying what bill, and that bills are late and behind. You know that. You know you're already fighting. So take the two of the best evil and be like, hey, I did what I had to do to make sure that, like, we were still fucked, but, like, at least we're all right.
Yeah, but, like,
because you don't want to start getting those fucking late payments, dude.
I hear you.
That extra $45 that you're not expecting in January. You know what I mean? And then shut off notices, and then what? God forbid it doesn't happen. But when you get smacked out of your apartment, you need another one. You got an eviction on there. Good luck. Now you're done. You ain't getting shit. So, like, I mean, I just always try to find, like, what can I do to make sure that it's like I already have the bare minimum, but, like, not to get deeper. Don't let me fall deeper. There's just options, and you can do that with everything. You know what I mean? Go to the grocery store and buy an extra freezer, like a freezer dinner. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Tyson chicken nuggets like we have. Late night, you're like, fuck, I got nothing in the fridge. You pull those out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The frozen pizza every once in a while. The dough, just stuff like that. But like, you know, once a week, just grab something like that.
I just hate that like we have to accept that we have to live like that based off the economy. You know, like why is the economy deciding what, you know, and why are we okay with it as a whole?
Because there's nothing that we can physically do about it.
Yeah, we can.
What? Riot?
Why not?
Because we've already learned that they're just going to shoot you.
Nah.
Tear gas, fucking shields. They're just going to shoot you, dog.
Gas mask. Everybody buy a gas mask.
Listen, this ain't Call of Duty, homie. I know, but this ain't Call of Duty like that. It doesn't need to happen. Because you know what? Hey, I know it does, but to be fair, it's not their fault either. It comes from above them. They can only do what they can do with their resources. I'm not saying that they're using them the best way. I'm not saying that.
The shit rolls downhill logic.
Exactly. But it's true. It's true. It's not like we're not going to sugarcoat it and hide it. You know what I mean? We're not. We can't. You know, and they're definitely not.
I like that term, wage slavery. Yes.
Wage slavery is real. But, I mean, what are you going to do? Quit your job and sit at home?
That's what I did.
No, you're still working.
I quit my job, though. I refused to have 8 hours of my life snatched away from me and being told this is what you get for it. And it'd only be enough for me to survive until halfway into the next week, but then I have to wait again to get paid again.
Oh yeah, no, I see that.
No, dude, bi-weekly pay, and then it was like, hey, we're gonna give you bonus this week, but then next week we not. Yeah. But like the week after, no, I wasn't even weekly pay. It was just like, dog, I'm stuck in this never-ending loop of never getting better. But like, no, and then like you have factors like for us men, where like child support kicks in, and it's just like, all right, dog. So just like I just made $4,000 this month, and then $1,400 of it just got snatched for child support, and then I have to pay my rent, then I have to pay for food, then I have to pay my phone bill, got to pay for Netflix, got to have something to watch, got to pay for the light bill, you know what I mean? Got to buy clothes, got to buy shoes, and then at this point, it's just like, dog, now I have to save my check from next week until the check for the next week to roll over for the next check to be gone again, for me to have a couple dollars to pay the bills that's just back paid because I couldn't pay them with that check and then recycle all over again.
That's
Nah, I couldn't live like that no more. I refused to live like that. I can't know that I'm dedicating 40 hours of my life to being broke still. Like I'd rather be at home.
Welcome to New Hampshire.
I would rather be at home. I'd rather use those 8 hours to try to figure out how I can make that same $800 right now. You know what I mean? Like, why am I waiting 2 weeks to see the fruits of my labor? So, like, yeah, that's why I quit.
That's the hustle factor that's gone, though.
Yeah, no, that's the hustle factor that I say is gone. I quit. I refuse. Like, what do I look like working? Then I'm like, I'm never, ever even going to meet the guy whose dream it was to even have this type of job opportunity out there. I'm never going to meet this guy.
That's right. No facts.
He's chilling at home on a salary.
Yeah.
And I'm in his store working my ass off to barely have enough. And God forbid the company I work for, believe it or not, if you got promoted, bullshit. If you got promoted in this company, it means you make less money until you can get promoted again.
How the fuck does that work?
So if you moved up from regular rep to assistant manager, you make less money than what a rep would make.
I would never take the job. I would say no.
Until you become
store manager?
Store manager.
Yeah, fuck that. I'd say I'm done. I'm not doing it.
I quit.
Yeah, I'm not.
Quit. They gave me my nice little shiny trophy, and I was just like, see ya.
I had to do it. I cut the other day. I went in. I bought a Reese's peanut butter cup for it last time. I did. I want to buy another one again.
Why? Or Reese's peanut butter cups?
$5 a pack.
Well, you went to buy.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I thought about it, like, out of my hourly.
Oh, yeah. You ever do that math?
I did $5.
Oh.
for a fucking Reese's peanut butter cup.
Dude, that is the
For
most.
two of them.
If
For the
you
big cups. I bought the big cups. It's $5 for 2 big cups.
ever want to depress yourself,
For 2 tablespoons of peanut butter and fucking maybe 10 chocolate chips melted
that is
around
the
it.
easiest way to go into a state of depression. You take how much money you make per hour and think about a purchase.
That's what I just did.
That's depressing. I would never. I learned my lesson from doing that. I was like, I would never do that to myself ever again.
No, I know.
Because you realize, like for example, that Five Guys burgers and fries.
That's 2 hours of work.
That's 2 hours of work.
Yeah, and imagine if you were doing like bricks or pavers or shoveling.
Right.
Like
2 hours of work. Let's say, God forbid, you took your girl with you, because whenever you take your wife with you, you triple the amount. Like I'd have went by myself, it'd have been $12. We go together, 60 plus tip.
So yeah, $60. So it's 4 hours, half a day's work.
Shit, we could bring up Vibes. I go to Vibes by myself. $43. Shit, these last couple Sundays, 200, 300, 400, 300, 400. God damn. 2 margarita towers deep going, why am I here? But I love it there. So
Hey, I mean, good thing, what is it? Oh, good thing you made that 800 right now.
also, thank God I don't make $12 an hour.
Fact, right?
No, because now I think about it, I was just like, yo, now the way I work now, I would say 2 hours of me working pays my rent. Like, I pay weekly where I'm at. So, like, 2 hours of work for me pays my rent for the week. So I have to work at least 2 hours that week to pay my rent.
No, that's
and I do the math that way. And that's how I, like, fixate and, like, because I do comedy and shit like that. Like, I set shows, the nightlife. I revolve it around that. I revolve it around that mindset. It's like, how many hours do I have to work? And then what can I achieve in those hours? And I have to make sure that I have enough time left over to go and recreate that in the future. So, like, you said it before, you know this. I don't, like, right now, it's October. I'm already at the end of November, mindset-wise. Like, I'm thinking about how I'm going to make money at the end of November. What can I book at the end of November, early December right now to make sure that my bills are paid in January? Is where my mind is at already. Like, I've already paid all my bills up through November, you know what I mean, mentally. But in my head, I'm like, I know this is coming up and this is coming up and this might be a factor. So, like, I think about things of that nature. So I go that way.
Right. Me, unfortunately, I just work my 40-hour-a-week job.
That's what's up, bro.
But I work weekends. I'll work every other weekend. Or I'll work every weekend if I have to.
You like your job, though.
I'm not going to say I like my job.
You like doing what you do at your job.
Yeah. You know what? Unfortunately, like, I just found that niche that, like, I'm good at.
Hey, yeah.
Or I'm not going to say good at. I found that niche, I should say, that fit me back. Because there's always listen. I'm not that person. Like, I'm never gonna say I'm the best. I'll be humble about it. There's definitely 1,000 other people that are better than me. Like, there is. I just found the niche. I found the niche that found me, and it's comfortable enough for me. I make great money. My boss and me have a great personal relationship on top of a work relationship where I still get my ass reamed out if I fuck up, and I deserve it. But at the same time, I also know that if some shit were to pop off and, like, I needed something, I could call him and he's got my back. And I think everybody should try to find that job. Don't settle. Don't be like, man, my boss is such a bitch. I go in, you're 10 minutes late. They write you up and they make a big deal about it. Or if your car breaks down or whatever and they don't even offer. Like, they don't even offer to be like, hey, man, like, if you need an Uber, I got you, or I'll get you a ride home. Like, no. Like, I'm telling you right now, we're in a state where a lot of employers are looking for better employees, and they are going to put out what you give them. Yeah. I'm not saying to go above and beyond or do anything, but just showing up with a positive attitude. And even if you're not feeling well and they still see that you have a grind factor, then they're going to be there for you. And with the hard times coming up, just if you show up every day late, shitty attitude, doing dumb shit, just know at some point people are going to start getting laid off.
Yeah.
And guess what? You don't want to be at the bottom of the ladder.
I will never. It goes back to a very old saying: "Never bite the hand that feeds you."
It's not just that either. You know what else I've learned too, and I want everybody to listen to this because this is like a real thing that nobody ever fucking thinks of. All right, it don't matter what job you have or where you are. There's people above you and people below you. Okay, and there's gonna be a natural pecking order. Okay, there's gonna be a natural triangle. But I'll tell you what you don't want to be. Okay, you don't ever want to be that person in the middle, talking about the people above you or people below you. All right, because when you start saying like this person sucks at their job and they need to get fired because they suck and I'm sick of them, well, guess what? When they get let go, all right, now you just drop down that ladder, that rung one more time, and then then guess what? When that weak link is gone, at some point in your career, if they keep letting people go or they keep firing people, and at some point your number's gonna be at the bottom of that fucking rung.
Yep.
All right, so like I see it all the time. I hear about it all the time where people come home and they're always bitching about the people that they work with. You want to come home and kind of talk about it? Cool, whatever. But, like, you should just get in the habit of not. Don't get in the little cliques at work because, again, when that person's gone, there's going to be a new weak link.
What do you have now?
Yep. You're going to have the next person at the bottom of the line. Like, oh, that person doesn't do their shit. That person doesn't do their shit. All right, they're gone. Well, guess what? Now it's, I had to pick up the slack for this person now because they had to pick up the slack for that person that got fired. And they're not doing their job good enough. Well, guess what? Now they're gone. Eventually, your fucking rung's going to come up. If you ain't the owner, your rung's going to come up.
True.
You know, because there isn't a lot of people asking for jobs. There's jobs out there, just people ain't hunting for them either. So just know at some point, like, your number's going to come.
Yeah.
And I know you see it.
I see it all the time.
And I know you see exactly how it is.
I see it every day.
That person sucks that bad. All right, see you. Bye.
I see it every day.
Now who's next? You're next. Like, what are you doing? All that shit you bitched about them not doing, you don't do it either.
Like, well,
what's up? Like, so.
Well, you said that this wasn't getting done because
this person,
such and such, was lazy.
Yeah. And guess what? It still ain't getting done.
Still not getting done.
And now
why
you took that responsibility. Yep, right there.
I'm
just saying, man. Common denominator. There's rungs on a ladder. You just don't know where you fall.
I don't know. That's a close shit roll downhill. That's it. And no matter how far uphill you go, you still have to step in shit to get there.
Yep. So I mean, again,
that's it.
Again, just I can't stress enough. I think people need to, especially people around us in Manchester, Concord, Nashua, all our friends and family. I think like we need to uphold everybody right now, and we need to just check in, look out. We're coming into the depression side of things. I know, like my field, I'm in construction. We're slowing down. I know a lot of people in the industry that go from all the way from Maine all the way down to Connecticut, and they're slowing down. I know it's an election year. It always does that around this time throughout the election and stuff. Yep. But depending on what happens, but I mean, again,
check on your brothers. Check on your brothers, your uncles, your cousins, your fathers. This is definitely a depressing time of year right here.
Yep. It is, and it's getting harder. And if and I'm not gonna go politic on it, but if you're the one just driving around being naive to it, and you're like, "Oh, my job's good, everything is good right now," then you're not really paying attention.
This COVID ain't taught you nothing.
Nope, because it really isn't good out there. You know what's crazy is you think about it too, right? Like, so today I went to Market Basket at 5:00 in the afternoon. You usually can't get into Market Basket at 5.
No.
Dude, the lines are like empty. I walked right in and out of that bitch.
Holy shit.
And the same thing, like even me and Anna went to Walmart the other day. Same thing. Oh no, it was BJ's. My apologies, it was BJ's. We went to
Ghost
BJ's.
Town. Well, it is also the end of the month, not the beginning of the month.
No, I know, but still, like, you got to think.
Don't worry, they'll get back there.
I don't know. Maybe.
Hey, go back at like the 4th, the 7th of the month.
No, I know it will be. No, I know it will be because of that. But I'm just saying, there's a lot more people that are starting to save their money. That's
yeah,
all. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot more people.
Well, yeah, it's an election. It's an election year.
I understand, but that's what I'm saying. So when they're not spending their money, that means loans are harder to get. Things are going to go up. The prices are definitely increasing. They already said that. Food's definitely going up.
Yeah.
Gas is going up. It's wintertime because of
The little commercials say that Donald Trump gonna cost the average family $3,900 a year. That's what the commercials say. I don't know.
I don't believe any of those commercials, dog.
Who you voting for?
Me? I'm voting for Trump.
You vote for Trump?
Yeah.
Why?
Not
because I care, but
no. Why? Because for me in the tax bracket that I fall in with, especially a lot of other people my age, especially you, Tori, I heavily invest in my 401k stock market wise. I rely on that for my retirement. My property value, I rely on that, and I'm pretty close to the middle class. I can't afford to have the tax rates go up, and I can't afford to pay more. I won't be able to afford to pay more on my 401k when I go to retire. I won't be able to afford the tax increase that the Democratic Party wants to add. And believe it or not, like hate Trump, I could kind of care less about that. I don't know. Have you listened to Vance? Have you listened to like any of Vance's talks, his VP that he wants? Dude, that dude is a smart motherfucker. His economic breakdown on drilling American oil and preserving fossil fuels, and him with his energy saving programs as far as doing stuff with like Elon Musk with Tesla, and not, like, remember before Biden was trying to force out gas vehicles and push electric, the measures that Vance has talked on and spoke on have been pretty on point. Business standpoint, leader wise, he's young, he's sharp, he's really good on the microphone. He answers questions. Like, have you ever watched? You when you just watch the debates and you kind of see him pause for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, I don't necessarily have to agree with their topic, or I don't agree with exactly what they're saying, but like for me to you, like when me and you bounce ideas off each other.
Mm-hmm.
If it takes you a second to think and then respond, it shows that, to me, in my opinion, it shows that you're not willing to take the chance and to be fast about it. Where like when me and you bounce ideas off each other, if they're quick, like right off the rip, it shows that your mind is sharp and that you're always thinking to improve, not like how to improve. So I know I've learned that from you a lot, where it's like, even though you could fail at it, if you try your initial thought and you don't have to put too much thought process behind it, it turns into the snowball effect faster than if you try to break down every step so crucially to the point that that's when you miss the step. So his ability, I feel like, to just roll with it and then keep it going is better than like just sitting there and being like, all right, give me 5 minutes to write this down and plot it out.
My thing was they were like, Donald Trump was going to put us $3 trillion more into debt. And I was just like, oh. I was like, but are we already in debt?
Our credit card debt is more than that.
Well, my thing is, like, if we already in debt and then he pull out more money to put us in debt that we already in, is that a bad thing? Pull out enough for the rest of us, goddamn.
I mean,
if you go pull out money out the invisible bank, then like, yeah, I'm gonna vote for you. Hell yeah, put us in debt to people we probably not gonna ever pay back anyway.
Yeah, I know, but the flip it to it though is, what was it, $3 trillion?
$3 trillion.
Think about how fast he could sell that oil that we have and make that $3 trillion back.
But that's my thing. I was like, well, at least he gonna give it to us. If he gonna give it to us.
But you got to think, it takes money to make money.
Hold on. While you was talking, me and Krim was having a star battle in the chat.
Who else wants a star battle?
Shout out to Krim, 603 live page. We had a nice little star battle. He won. All right, whatever. I ran out of stars.
I am
about to have a star party in like a minute 30.
Like I said, I don't like to get into politics with people. I respect everybody's beliefs, unless you're that person that thinks that it's okay to identify as a furry. And I feel bad for that police officer in New York City. I think he handled that situation perfectly fine.
That was absolutely hilarious.
I think he handled that situation perfectly.
He identified as a cat, right?
And he handed the officer his collar with the name tag.
With a name tag on it.
Yep.
So then he said, the last time I checked, cats can't operate a vehicle. And then he goes, And then he goes and said he's gonna call a
No, animal control.
Animal
because
control.
he needed a rabies shot.
Yeah.
And because he didn't have a rabies shot, he could be euthanized because it's against the law
Yeah.
for you to have.
Well, no, he asked to have psych
evaluation
eval.
come down to get him.
Yeah, and he was like, "Well, you should have a psych eval for thinking your cat can drive the car."
and then it was he asked the owner if he told the owner he could arrest him for him not being on a leash.
Yep.
I'm just saying, man, like, hats off to that officer. I know he was being funny with it and everything like that, but at the same time, like, these people are fucking idiots.
Oh,
Like, get the fuck out of here.
You
Wasted so many people's times by trying to identify as a cat and handed somebody a collar. Get the fuck out of my face. You are pathetic. You are fucking
Can I
pathetic.
identify as an alien? So technically, I can't be charged with crimes.
I mean, you could vote as an alien now. There's mad states. Did you see that? There's like 14 states that you don't even need proper identification to fucking vote.
What?
Swear to God. We can't look it up right now. I wish you could, but there's like 14 states that you don't need a driver's license. You need no proof of identification.
Just vote.
You just go in, they hand you a ballot and vote.
And it's only 18 states where you can vote as a felon. That's wild.
Let's see. Hold on.
I want to see this Star Party.
Vote you don't.
Where's our Star Party? Because we definitely hit the numbers. No, I don't think the world is prepared for. I don't think the world is prepared for Kamala being president. I don't think we've set up for a female president. I don't think we're ready for that. Also, I don't think people care whether it's a female or not in the States because she was the first female vice president. Nobody said nothing. I feel like it was real silent on that behalf.
Yeah.
Maybe, does that not count?
I don't know.
I'll never understand that. But, like, I don't think the world is, the world outside of the U.S. is mature enough for us to have a female president. Yeah, think about how many countries.
Oh, right here. The remaining 15 states. Where is it?
You got it. He pulling it up right now. Atria Vito. What do you say? Here we go. Is that a dog or is that a horse? They used to say the same thing about Obama. Yeah, no, true that.
Oh, right here. So these ones right here, the ones in orange. So Alaska, you can take your vote and shove it up your motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
Is that Connecticut? Yeah, Connecticut. You can take your vote and shove it up your motherfucking ass.
I should go pull up to Connecticut and vote twice.
Virginia, West Virginia. Is that Jersey? That's New Jersey. No, that's Jersey.
No.
What's that one? Pennsylvania. Oh, Maryland. That's Maryland.
I was going to say blow it up.
Yeah, that's fucking Maryland. You can take your vote and shove that up your fucking ass. Iowa. Colorado. Utah.
Is that Wyoming?
Arizona. And yes, Wyoming. You should be able to take all your fucking votes and shove them up your ass, you fucking hypocrite.
He said politics is like religion. Who gives a shit?
I mean, yeah, you don't give a shit till you have fucking mad people pulling up.
I'm not going to lie, though. I do miss church versus state, man.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I miss church versus state.
I miss just religion in general. I feel like people have more morals.
Because now
I'll say it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say it.
There was some type of, like guide throughout your life.
Like, that was kind of like a consequence where you feel good or bad about yourself.
Yeah. I think it just opened up a whole wormhole of, like, what the fuck? Like, not that people can't do whatever they want because, America, welcome to the country where you can do anything. You won't inside the confines of the law. That's it. All you have to do is find a loophole where you're not breaking the law. You can do whatever the hell you want. But Jesus. Jesus, like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's crazy to me. Absolutely mind-blowing.
All right, so he says you can vote without an ID as long as you're registered. But if you're not registered, you need to show ID. But how do they tell if you registered without ID?
So just go, just open the local newspaper, find the dude that's like 50 that fucking died. Welcome and say his name.
That's what I'm saying. But, like,
that's what I mean.
They say you can vote without an ID as long as you're registered. But, like,
okay,
how do they determine you're registered?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, without ID.
There's your loophole.
I just have to say that I'm somebody. It's the same concept of am I driving with a suspended license?
Yeah.
Like,
You need the crime to pull me over, even though he can see you driving.
correct. But you can't. Right, but you can't pull me over unless I commit a crime. Right. You can't pull me over for suspicion of driving with a suspended license. No.
It's mind blowing, dude.
Right. I agree. So he goes because you'll be on the list. Right, but how do you verify that I am who I say I am on this list without ID?
My point. Again,
all I do is have to say like, "Hi,
I just walk up and say,
my name is Joshua Krimmer," and you're gonna be like,
"Oh, yeah, you're on the list. Yeah.
There we go.
You're good."
Yo, how's Krimmer been through this line 4 times?
It's not just New Hampshire. In New Hampshire, you're also supposed to need your ID. They scan it.
Yeah, no, they scan it.
They scan your ID.
They scan your ID in New Hampshire. You know.
I just named off the 15 states, literally, and tell them to go fuck themselves.
Oh my goodness, good. So you get your full name and address.
Our town too. Last year, or the last election, they checked our our taxes. If you didn't pay your taxes, you couldn't vote. Yeah. I love it though. I love it, bro. I love shit like that.
Shout out to all the people that owe the IRS for child support who can't vote.
I fucking love it.
Wow. Hey. So in New Hampshire, we can commit voters fraud.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yep. You know what would be mad dope though is like imagine if you had like I would say like a 10 question questionnaire on the front page. Right, and then you vote on the back for your ballot, and when you submit it in the machine, they sort the votes. Like, all right, this person's a dumbass.
Oh, dude, like the
this person's educational.
At the SATs, you lose points for spelling your name wrong.
Hey, yo, this person cannot vote.
He said inform better. I mean, he went and pulled it up.
I literally
pulled up the article that showed the 15 states that
it literally said 15 states that do not require a photo
don't ID. Require ID,
and it's right. It's right from national conference of the state legislative. So.
You know what I mean? Yeah, no.
It's literally from a government website.
We not. I don't think. I just want to clear that. We're not arguing that you need an ID.
We're
the
just
need for one.
We're just validating how fucked up it is.
I hate this time of year.
That you can fucking vote without anything.
There we go.
You can
whatever. Ask Donald Trump how much voter fraud exists because he swear that he needed a recount for like a year and a half.
I mean, like I said, I'm not in charge of voter fraud. I could give 2 fucks about any of that shit.
All right, bet. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go to Atravito's podcast. We're going to go be a guest out here. We're going to go on your show, and we're going to talk about voters. And I'm going to go do my homework, and I'm going to come with my left and my right hand. And we're going to come in there swinging hooks. I'm down. I'm down to have a political podcast. I'm with it.
Can. It's going to get wild.
With that being said, that's our time for the day, everybody. This is New England Street Talk, no chaser. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. Shout out to Krim for the Star War. I'm going to be ready for you next time, so I hope you got your stars loaded. I'm coming for you for the next one.
Shots fired, Krim. Shout out to 603 Live and everything Sammy's doing over here. I don't know if everybody's been paying attention, but, man, y'all got to tune into this, man. He is making fucking waves. He is changing the industry around here for sure. His little... music videos that he can create, his live performances, the other people. Wait till you see some of the new guests that he has starting their own podcast. These motherfuckers are fire, and Sammy's bringing the heat.
Let's go. Shout out to the Lightbox. All right, man, we out of here. Peace.
Later.
I did that whole show without headphones.